Welcome to the University of Marriage podcast, where Apostle Florono Alakijar answers your most pressing questions on love, commitment, and navigating marital vows.
The way you can identify a genuine partner is by, number one, you are going to the right places. If you want a genuine partner, it's hardly likely that you'll be going to nightclubs to find a partner who really wants to settle down at that time. Because if that person if it's a guy, is a playboy, that's where you'll find playboys, really. If you are in church, you will definitely find like-minded persons or people that might match your tastes. Because if you're the go girl and you say you want to get married, you want to settle down, the people who come across you there won't think that you're going to make a good partner, a serious partner, a serious wife and mother. They'll be wondering what you're doing there. That it's okay for guys to be, in those kind of settings. That's the way they would see themselves. So you have to be in the right place. If you're not in the right place, it's hardly likely that you'll find the right person, especially if I expect you to be born again. And then you need to decide on what you're looking for in a partner. If I were you, I would draw up a list of what I'm looking for in a partner, whether you're a man or you're a woman. Maybe you're looking for someone who's about your height, someone who's taller, someone who's dark, someone who's fair. Maybe someone like your sister or someone like your brother. Maybe that's what you're looking for. We're all looking for different things in different people, for as our spouse. So it's what you have in your heart as the kind of person that you want to live your whole life with, the rest of your life with. So if you're looking for someone who's beautiful, handsome, if that makes a lot of difference to you, then put it in your list. If looks don't really matter to you and it's the character of the person that matters to you, put it on that list. And if I were you, it's easier to take that list to the Lord in prayer. And He will guide you. He will guide you. If you're looking for someone who's very spiritual, maybe you're even looking for a pastor, whether you're a man or a woman. So look for the right people in the right places. That's how you'll find genuine people. And then they do say that birds of the same feather flock together. Are you with the kind of friends that the other sex is looking for? If you're not, you won't find the right partner in those kind of places. If you have friends that are always partying, and that's what is mainly their concern, then you may not likely find the right one. And it might take you longer to find the right one. So, know your friends, go to the right places, drop a list of what you're looking for. And as you do that, maybe there are other things that you can add to it. Of course, as I said, take it to the Lord in prayer. It's likely that you'll find the right kind of person. you have to definitely always think wisely. And if you're a woman, you have to be very, very careful. Men can be quite forward and also impatient. You have been wired to know and to think and to be determined to want to keep your purity. For men, it's kind of difficult for them. Some of them think, oh, it's not a problem. Why not? Why wait? And for some, it's, oh, this is what my parents have kept on, repeating in my head. And I have to keep my purity. That helps. But if that's not the case, you must make sure that you're never alone with the opposite sex. And if you are going to be alone with the opposite sex, make sure that you're alone with that person in public, in a public space, so that one thing won't lead to another that you can't control. I'm assuming that it's a woman that's asking this question. Well, I know that God doesn't want you to get hurt. Doesn't want you to die either, just because you're married to a man who's abusive. So the wisest thing to do, if someone has abused you before, and now it seems to be getting worse, the best and most reliable and responsible thing to do is to leg it. When I say leg it, run for it. Don't stay. Make sure you're far away from that kind of person. Because that kind of person could be really, really wild or get wilder than they were the first time. Do you really want to wait to find out the outcome? You may end up dead. So it's wise to do the realistic thing, and that is to stay away from that kind of person. That doesn't mean that because he's done it once, the second time it's likely that you will die. But you have to make moves to protect yourself. Is this person an alcoholic? Is this person someone that just is totally unreasonable and can't be talked to? What moves are you really supposed to make? I'm assuming that they would have parents or someone within the family that you can talk to who he would listen to. And you have to let your parents know, hopefully you still have them, what you're experiencing so that they can advise you. But it also depends on the level of abuse. Is it verbal abuse? Or is it physical abuse? If it's verbal, of course, you need to communicate. Communication is extremely important. Before you start communicating on the matter, my advice for you is to, first of all, go to the Lord in prayer. Prayer is a nutcracker, and it breaks chains. Prayer is very, very, very important. Somebody may be doing things that they're not even aware that they're doing. I may be hurting other people and are not really aware the amount of hurt that they're imposing on others. So it's important that you analyze the situation, see whether it's the type that you really, really need to run for it. And if so, make sure you do. Maybe neighbors, could help you to solve whatever problem there is, because they're the nearest people to you, if you want. But you don't have to bring them in. But if it's a serious situation whereby somebody would get hurt if a third party doesn't come into the matter, then you definitely have to bring neighbors in and let them know what you're going through. But you have to apply wisdom, definitely. You have to communicate. Depending on what you're going through, that would determine what you need to do. But those are the two major ones. What I would suggest is that whatever you were doing when you were courting that made your courting lead to marriage is something that you should guard jealously, in the sense that you keep it up. Keep it up. As a woman, make sure that you're looking after yourself the way you used to look after yourself before you started, before the marriage started growing into years and years, so that your spouse will continue to not only see you the way you are, looking beautiful the way you used to, but also for you to be continuously attractive to your spouse. And the same thing goes for the man. Whatever the man used to do that time that made your wife say, yes, I do, continue doing it. You used to buy presents. Why stop now? You used to take her out. Why stop now? You used to go to the cinema. You used to go out for dinner. You used to visit friends. Why do you recoil now? You have to do things that show that you still love them. Because it was that love that was burning at that time that should still be on the burner. Don't allow the love for each other to grow cold just because you're growing older. Don't look left and right. This is the person you married. There was something you saw in them. There was that spark. Don't let that spark dwindle. So go out of your way to make sure that you're still doing the things that you used to do. You're chatting, you're listening to your favorite songs, watching your favorite movies, or even the new ones that are just out. Find time and create time for each other. Don't say you're too busy. But it's very, very important that the looks that maybe attracted you to one another, don't let it die off. Your character that he saw in you or that she saw in you, don't let it change. And I believe that things will work out if you keep that in mind and you're executing it. I hope today's conversation has been a blessing to you. Remember, marriage is a journey of commitment, love, and faith. Join me every Saturday for new episodes where I'll continue answering your most important questions. Please don't forget to send your questions to the information display on the screen. Thanks for watching. See you next Saturday.